Gorgas House sits in the middle of the University of Alabama's campus. It's the oldest building on the campus, and it was built in 1829. It has served many purposes, from a dining hall, hotel residence, to a post office. It was named for the Gorgas family who occupied the house from 1879 to 1953. Gorgas House is a highly sought after location for any number of social functions, and especially down on the first floor level. And the photographs that you're looking at, you can see the results of all the food, beverages being consumed, heavy traffic, and the erosion of the finish that had been on the floors. The wood is a yellow pine. It's not original. It's a remodel project. It's only about 20 or 30 years old, but there was so much rental activity going on there and food and beverages that the floors just really started to suffer. And the university became very concerned because the floors had already been sanded multiple times and they were concerned about any additional sanding. Floors were already showing signs of structural failure from excessive sanding. You see the splitting over the tongue and groove, and we knew it wasn't going to get any better if you continued to sand the floors. There was also some bad wood that should have been culled in the original installation, which was obviously going to cause problems. And of course, you have your high heel marks. They were all over the floor. I mean, the house gets used for social functions, and the indentations were pervasive. What can you say? The stairs looked to be pretty good. They were older, but looked good. This is a back room, which was used as a post office, had a very high accumulation of finish to the point it looked glazed. I started doing my testing to make sure the chemicals would remove the old coatings, and we got them off with no problem. And that was true back in the old post office room where we had such a glazed look. The coating was thick and heavy, but I got it off with no problem. Our restoration process is called passive refinishing, and it allows us to use biodegradable, safe chemicals to remove the surface accumulations and get down to the bare wood. Once we get the finishes off, we have the same options as if we had sanded the floors. And in this photograph, you can see very clearly that we have removed the old finishes from the post office room. And this is what it looks like in the process. We're able to dissolve the old finish, put it back into solution, and get it off the floors. I mentioned something about the damage, and that's when we bring in Peter Island to do the damage repair work. He is a highly skilled young man and does a wonderful job. Once we get all the old coatings off, we're down to bare wood, and it's as if the floors have been sanded, but we haven't lost any original material. We have the same options. So we started with our finishing process, which involved the application of a product by Paulman known as Magic Oil. It's a two-component hardening oil. We buffed it into the floor and we're able to get a very nice sheen over all the areas. And you can see a little outline from the previous damage, but by and large, this is a huge improvement over what we had seen. And here's Peter's patch. It's known as a Dutchman, and it is flush and level with the floor. And here are the stairs. You can see them in their process of being refinished, and here they are after they got all the finish applied. They look very good. Here's a great shot, a before and after shot. The before, of course, being the lower half of the photograph, and the upper half is the restored floors. All of the materials and stuff that were on the surface were taken off without any loss of original materials. No sanding was involved at all. The wood floors at Gorgas House are now stable. They have an excellent two-component hardening oil on them, and that is easily maintained. And I think that the problems that they were having before simply have been taken care of. While we were there working on the job, we had a great time in Tuscaloosa. Alabama went out that night that we started and won a national championship. And we so really got immersed in the college life there, the campus, and went so far as to going and having a great meal at Dreamland, one great barbecue joint. The other great thing about Tuscaloosa is that it was the first time Peter Island was able to join David and I on an out-of-state project. It went great. Peter is a wonderful addition to the team. So that's Gorgas House. We had a great time working there. We think that the floors are now stable. Many, many more years of useful life. If you ever get over to Tuscaloosa, make a beeline for the building. It's a beautiful, beautiful site. Take care.